the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Missouri State Bears, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense will start this game off. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start this drive with a pass. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
That's reeled in. It's Joyner. Turning it on. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, this guy certainly, from a statistical standpoint, has done everything to deserve a trip to New York City. He has been a big playmaker week in, week out for this offense. Get this, that last touchdown was his 20th touchdown catch of the season. This guy has been unstoppable.
He'll bring it out. It's Connor. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Alabama's offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job at confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this game.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Catch in the middle. It's Edwards. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The offense set for a first down play. Wants to throw. It's Nolan. Here comes the heat. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. At the 25, on his way. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Smith takes the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Quick release by the QB. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. So here comes the Bear offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. It's his physical and pass deep.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch at the 45. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Flips it out on the screen. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unleashes one deep. What makes the grab? Oh, couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Punt is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on second down. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run, gets it up to the 44.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the...
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bears have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. They're trailing by just 4 to Mississippi State. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week.
Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Running behind that left side. Slithers into space. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Nolan. Grabbed over the middle, it's Smith. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The give to the back. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5. But there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese. And what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got the guys on paper that look like they could be All-Americans. They have guys that can change the course of games. And that's why coming into this season, they were given that top 5 ranking. But on the field, in games, they simply, for whatever reason, have not been able to get it done, and the lack of execution, to me, is a huge reason why they've fallen out of the top 25.
Yeah, they haven't handled the pressure. I mean, that's just the easiest way to say it, because you just mentioned playmakers. They got them. They got guys that know how to play this game. That's why they were ranked in the top 5. They've got to get something.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Splits the uprights. Good. Now the lead is down to 11. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, it's picked off. Lowers those pads. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. A great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Nolan. Gets it out fast.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. To the ground with the back. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So now on fourth down, they'll try to salvage at 3 and just get points before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking deep. It's caught. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Bears will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Connor. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Strong play, quarterback keeps it. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Motion from the wideout. The give is to Smith. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Nolan. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another...
Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You just can't take a sack on 2nd down there in the red zone because that's already been the problem for this offense. They've been having to settle for field goals and not score touchdowns. They have been able to drive the football. They're just not finishing those drives. And the pass rush of this...
He's got it! Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Hauls it in. Not quite going to get there, and he couldn't get this game tied up. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Takes the grab. It's Smith.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Boyd. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Off play action on first down. Looking to take a shot. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Missouri State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. North Carolina has been able to call its shots offensively. As impressive a performance as I've seen from this group in some time. They're up 14 over Miami. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Back to pass, it's Nolan. It's on target and complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut. Field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Pulls and fires complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. The give on the option. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. 2nd and goal for the offense. Trying to barge their way in. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll pull them back to within 6. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got a man. It's Joyner. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Looks as if he's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because he'll take a shot. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Rides to the back. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience.